All right, guys, Cavs have a playoff series coming up this weekend. We don't know the opponent yet. It's either going to be the Atlanta Hawks or the Miami Heat. They play tonight. G, we'll start with you. Who are you rooting for tonight? What jersey are you wearing, the Atlanta Hawks or the Miami Heat? What is a better matchup for the Cavaliers?
Listen, I got my Trae Young jersey on. I need the Hawks to win. Let me tell you something about the Heat. I don't like the Heat. The Cavs have traditionally played terrible against the Heat. They played bad in Miami, going way back to when LeBron was even here. Eric Spoelstra will have the defense ready to go. Bam Adebayo, you know, he's a dude that can give you trouble. Tyler Hero shooting the ball. I mean, I just saw him play the other night. He had like 40, I think, against Chicago. He came back in and he's balling. I just don't like the Heat is going to have something for you. They're gonna muddy that up. They're gonna not let the Cavs get to where they want, and they're gonna be physical. And so that's the calling card. Give me Trae Young, Dustin, and I'll take the Hawks, given the fact that Hunter is coming back. Now we will have to see George Niang and Karis LeVert. That'll be a nice little story. But at the end of the day, I'd rather see those guys than seeing those other dudes in Miami.
Shit, man, nobody was worried about those guys when they were on the Cavs. Why would the Cavs worry about them now?
No, they're not.
So, no, I'd worry about the Heat a little bit. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The Cavs should wash the floor with either one of these teams in probably 5 games at worst. Look, the Hawks are a soft team. They don't play a lot of defense. Trae Young is a scorer, but he's not a big guy. The Cavaliers could be physical with that team. The Heat can muck it up, and they have the best coach, I think, in the game, which certainly can present some challenges. Mikey knows all too well about how Spo can draw it up in the playoffs and win with less talent than he faces. So I'd say the Hawks for sure. The spread's 1. I mean, it's a pick'em game tonight.
Yeah, Jason, I look at it from a standpoint of the Cavs. If we think the Cavs, who are they supposed to be, we can't be worried about no first round matchups. They're supposed to be money in the bank. But I will say this: Miami, Eric Spoelstra is going to make you choose something that you don't really like to do, and he's going to make other people beat you besides your main guys.
Well, we've talked about this before. The finals, the playoffs in the NBA are a war of attrition, and it's not necessarily the first round, but what it takes out of you to get through the first round. And we saw that last year. Orlando extracted a pound of flesh out of the Cavs in that first round series. Jared Allen was out for the rest of the playoffs. They got beat up physically by a really physical team. And to me, this is easy. I look at Miami's already knocked off a 1 seed just a couple of years ago. They took out the championship DNA Bucks with a championship level coach and got him fired. And Giannis got hurt in the series. I get it, but still, that was a 1-8 matchup. And Miami went from the 8 seed all the way to the NBA Finals. And if they did it before, they can do it again. They don't have Jimmy Butler, but they have Tyler Hero. They have Bam. They have championship DNA. And Dustin's right. If Spo isn't the best coach in the league, then he's in the conversation for top 2 or 3. Atlanta is a good young team. They're long and athletic. The Cavs have had problems with them this year. I do think the playoffs would be different. I don't think the Hawks are a team that's ready to contend right now. In another year or 2, I think they could be really, really good, but they're not there yet. And if they were, I don't think they would have made the DeAndre Hunter trade in the first place. I think they were trying to get off future money. They weren't necessarily looking at this year. So Atlanta's got to have the home crowd behind them. I won't be surprised at all if Miami wins this game, though.
On the Atlanta thing, and they did give the Cavs struggles this season. The Cavs only lost 16 games. 2 of those came to Atlanta.
Yeah.
What the Cleveland Cavaliers struggled with against Atlanta was their length. Well, DeAndre Hunter was part of the length in the first 2 matchups when Atlanta beat them. He is now wearing a Cavaliers uniform. And Jalen Johnson, who may be the best of all their long, lanky wings, is on the sideline with an injury. Atlanta plays no defense. The Cavaliers could beat Atlanta with a B or a C game because their B or C game still is about 117 points. They have to hope Atlanta doesn't get hot. If it's up to me, yeah, the Cavs should win in 5 regardless. But I'd much rather take an opponent that plays 0 defense than a wizard on the sideline in Spo every single day of the week.
Would you be surprised if the Heat series went 6 games? It wouldn't shock me at all.
No.
It could go 7. It wouldn't shock me.
I'd be surprised if it went more than 5, but I think it'd be a tough 5. They just don't have the scoring firepower to keep up with Cleveland, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You saw the last time they played, they had a double-digit lead with 6 minutes to go, and they scored 2 field goals in the final 6 minutes because now Hero didn't play that game. It is worth mentioning. But their offensive options in a late game situation, they're just so limited.
Yeah. Atlanta could be a sweep. Cavs could sweep them. I hate picking sweeps in the NBA. It's so hard. Yeah. All these teams are so good. But I certainly think an Atlanta series would go a lot quicker than a Miami series, and I think physically it wouldn't take as much out of him either.